I'm actually going to be talking today about opportunities that exist in the Forex market. I'm going to pull up my charts here, walk you through the Forex market, kind of give you an idea. And Dale did a great job there of explaining how Fibonacci is going to make my job a lot easier here today. But basically show you how we apply these strategies that we learn here at Market Traders Institute into the market, show you how you can take advantage of this here, show you a couple trade opportunities I'm looking at here today. Now, before we begin, because I am about to go into the actual live market, pull up my charts, walk you through several trade examples, and teach you a couple trading strategies here today. I do want to explain to you that we do ask you to trade responsibly along the way, and you should never invest money that you cannot personally afford to lose. So with that being said, we ask you to trade responsibly and do not take this as actual investment advice. So my goal here today is to walk you through, kind of give you an idea of what it is like to be a Forex trader, kind of take you behind the scenes today, show you how we teach our students how to successfully trade in this market. So I'm just going to take a quick minute, introduce you to who Market Traders is. I'm going to walk you through, explain to you what the Forex market is. Then we'll walk you through, show you some examples here of how we analyze the market, show you a couple examples of what I'm looking at. I'm actually going to show you how you can actually trade live with the founder of our program. Also show you a couple of huge opportunities that we're looking at in the market right now. So for those of you that are brand new, I'm coming to you today from the Market Traders Institute in Orlando, Florida. Now, Market Traders Institute, we've been around for about 24 years, and what we've been doing is we've been developing a premier trading education. We've been developing trading our software and technology. I'm about to demonstrate some of that technology for you here in just a minute. The building you see on your screen is actually our building. I'm actually broadcasting live from the second floor of this building right now. Now, that's exactly what we do here as an organization. Literally, every second the currency market is open, we are teaching our students, we're training our students, we're coaching our students, and our students are never left alone in the market. Now, we've gone through some tremendous growth recently as an organization. For the last 4 years, we've been ranked on Inc. magazine's fastest growing private companies. Anybody that knows anything about this list knows that be on this list once or twice is a huge honor, but we've been on this list for the last 4 years in a row. Hopefully today you'll be able to take away and see why we've been growing so fast, why we've been on this list here. Now, there's two things I want you to write down as we're going through the webinar. Number one, I want you to write down FX Chief's trading room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you today as a special bonus. This is only for Investor Inspiration. This is the last day we're doing this here. I'm going to take you through and show you how we're going to teach you how to trade this market. I'm also going to show you how you can actually follow the trades of a 30-year market veteran. Each and every Friday between now and the end of the year, we'll be able to get you into a live trading room where he's actually going to show you the trade opportunities he's looking for the next coming week, actually pass that trading information over to you. So he's been showing our students in this live trading room each and every week over 1,200 pips of opportunity. That's a special bonus you're going to get here today. I'm also going to give you a sneak preview of our Euro pivot point prediction. So we have two separate ways here today how we're going to help you earn while you're learning how to do this here today. This is going to be a 6,000 pip opportunity. Now, what I'm going to talk about this here is that with this prediction, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of it here today, but on Tuesday, we actually have a live webinar coming up where we're going to be updating our students on this prediction, giving them the entry points, the exit points, letting them know what we're doing on this prediction here. Like I said, we're going after about 6,000 pips of opportunity in this prediction. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to give you a sneak preview of this prediction at the end of the webinar. I'm going to show you one of the trade opportunities that the FX Chief had created, and we'll show you how it panned out and show you a current opportunity that I'm looking at here. But at any point throughout the webinar, if you would like to get the information of how you can be in this live webinar on Tuesday, go into the questions box, type a good phone number into the questions box, put the word pivot next to it, P-I-V-O-T. I have some education specialists. They are monitoring the webinar. What that's going to let them know is that you're interested in getting the information of being in that live webinar on Tuesday here. So I gotta have an idea of who I am. You have an idea of who Market Traders Institute is. Before we actually go in and start talking about the Forex market, let me get an idea of who I have with me here in the room here today. So what I need to know from each of you right now is, what is your level of experience in the Forex market? If you were to rank your level of experience in the Forex market on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being you are brand new, 10 already being an expert, quickly go ahead. That'll give me an idea of who I have with me here. Give me an idea of how I can direct the webinar and how I can explain it here today. So a lot of ones here. Liz is a 1, Dave is a 1, Nick's a 1, I got Sam's a 1 here, Susie's a 1. Natalie's a 1, Thomas is a 1. So I got a lot of brand new people here. Robert says he's a 5. So it looks like Robert's my more experienced person here. Now, those of you that might be a little bit more experienced like Robert, you're probably going to take away a nugget or two today as well, because I'm going to take you behind the scenes today, show you how we teach our students how to successfully trade in this market. But my brand new people, Liz, Dave, Susie, you're gonna walk away from this is too, getting a better idea of what the Forex market is. I'm gonna show you today why it's the most visual market that's out there, help get you up to speed trading in this market here. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead right now. Let me explain to you what the Forex market is, why I focus on trading in this market. So reason number one, I focus on the Forex market, it's because of liquidity. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this liquidity, all that simply means that you can enter and exit the market anytime that you want to. The reason for this is there's always going to be buyers in this market. There's always going to be sellers in the Forex market. So you won't ever be stuck holding on to a trade. So ladies and gentlemen, the neat thing about this is that we're going to be able to show you how literally with the click of your mouse, you can be in and out of this market very quickly. So that's reason number one, it's because of liquidity. Reason number two, I trade the Forex market. It's because it's the most flexible market on the planet. You're going to find that the Forex market opens around the clock 24 hours a day. It opens up on Sunday at 5 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, and then it's open around the clock until Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So it's open all day, all night, every day, Sunday through Friday. I like this because the neat thing about this is that I can trade at 11 o'clock at night after I put my daughter to bed, or I can get up in the middle of the night and trade one of my favorite sessions. It's called the London Daybreak Strategy, or I can trade normal business hours like I did this morning. So I can trade this market whenever it's convenient for me. The neat thing is that you can trade this market whenever it's convenient for you as well. You don't actually have to quit your full-time job. So that's reason number two, I focus on the Forex market. It's because of flexibility. Reason number three is because of size. The Forex market's the largest market on the planet. As you can see from this graph right here, more money trades hands each and every single day in the Forex market than any other market. There's $5 trillion traded each and every single day. Reason number four, I focus on the Forex market. It's because with stocks and options, if I have any stock and options traders out there, you already know that there are hundreds, there are thousands of companies you can watch and trade in the stock market. But in the Forex market, we're only going to focus on 8 currencies, and we'll teach you what these 8 currencies are, but you're going to learn that these currencies form currency pairs. In the Forex market, we trade currency pairs. There's really only about 60 different currency pairs to trade. When you become a student here, we're going to teach you to pay attention to only about 21 of the best currency pairs. So you're going to find that the market keeps you really, really focused. So as you can see, the Forex market is the easiest market to follow, the most predictable market. And what I want to do is I want to quickly go in right now, pull up my charts, show you why it's the most visual market, show you some of our technology here, show you some of our tools, take you behind the scenes, show exactly how we teach our students how to successfully trade in this market. So I'm gonna go ahead right now. Let me switch over to my charts right now. And right now, everybody should see 7 charts on the screen. If everybody could do me a huge favor, if you see the 7 charts on the screen, please go into the questions box, type the word yes, type the letter Y. Just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page here as we get started here. Make sure everybody sees the charts on the screen. Great, thank you for that, Carl. Warren, Nicholas, Liz, Susie, great. I really appreciate that, everybody responding here. Those of the response gonna make my job even easier here because I'm gonna try to go very quickly here, try to hit on the high points here. But I promise you everything I'm showing you here today, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You're gonna get a lot more when you become a student here. Now, here's the one thing I wanna explain to everybody here. These charts I just pulled up, these are our exclusive charts. We actually create our own charting software. It's called the Ultimate Charting Software. MTI has invested $1 million into this technologically advanced trading software. I'm going to demonstrate this for you here today. Basically, what I want to do today is I want to walk you through, show you what it's like to be a Forex trader. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you a sneak preview of how we teach our students how to trade in this market. And also build some expectations in regards to how much money you can actually make in this market here. So let me just go ahead. Let me quickly explain to everybody here that the chart I just pulled up, in fact, let me go ahead and go into my settings right now and put the watermark on so everybody can see that this currency pair, if you look in the middle, this is the Euro, EUR, New Zealand dollar currency pair. It is on a 2-hour time frame. Let me just explain to everybody what we're looking at here. This chart, we are trading the Euro versus the New Zealand dollar in an attempt to figure out which one's going to gain in value against the other. It's on a 2-hour chart. What that means is that each one of these candlesticks, it represents what the market has done in 2 hours of trading. And anything about our charting software, you can come in here, you can customize this trade on whatever time frame you want to. You can trade on a 5-minute time frame, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, daily, weekly. I'll actually pull up, I'll show you a couple different currency pairs today on different time frames. Now, for my brand new people, if you're brand new to this, all you really need to know is that the white candlesticks mean the market is going up. It's called a bullish candlestick. You have dark blue candlesticks, which means the market's going down. that means that it's also called a bearish candlestick. And when you come soon, we'll teach you everything you need to know about candlesticks here. I'm not here to teach you about candlesticks, but one of the things you're also going to learn about candlesticks is they form candlestick formations. We're going to look at these candlestick formations as the sign language of the market. As we're going through the webinar, I'll point these out to you, but when you become a student, we'll teach you how to identify these candlestick formations. The neat thing about our charting software is that built into the charting software, we actually have a candlestick tool that's going to help to identify these as well. I'll show you how that works as well. So if everybody has this written down, I'm going to go ahead, turn this off. It's basically when you guys download these charts on your computer today, I want you to actually practice what I'm showing you right here. Now, I don't know if Dale had gotten into this here, but in the Forex market, our goal in the Forex market is to capture pips. Now, PIP, P-I-P, it is an acronym. It stands for price, interest, point. So let me just quickly break this down in the simplest terms of what a pip is here. Now, I know we have some international people here. Let me just quickly explain that there are 100 pennies, 100 cents, and $1 US. If we were looking for, so basically what that means, that 1 penny, 1 cent, it equals 1/100th of a US dollar. Pretty standard for those of you that are here, but outside the United States, that's how it breaks down. If we were looking for a unit of measure that's smaller than a penny, it would be the equivalent to what is called a pip. Just as there are 100 pennies in a dollar, there are 100 pips in 1 US penny. So essentially what that means is that 1 pip, it equals 1/100th of a US dollar. So if I were to draw out a number, let's draw out a number here, 1.3768. Make that nice and big so everybody can see this. Probably everybody in the room, just about everybody in the room probably already knows that the first 2 numbers past the decimal point, these are the pennies. The next 2 numbers are where we start looking for the pips in this market here. So I just want to give everybody an overview explaining where we're going to look to find the pips in the market. Pips are a fraction of a penny. They start with the 3rd and 4th decimal point. Now, this is a very high-level overview of this, my friends. When you become a student, you're going to learn all about this here in much greater detail. I just want to explain to everybody what a pip is here. So we're looking to capture pips in the market. Let me go ahead and now let's delete all this here. Let me show you how we capture those pips. Let me take you behind the scenes, give you a little bit of an overview of the education you're going to receive here. There are 3 questions when you become a student here that, in fact, actually, before we even get into that, let me explain to everybody that when you become a student with Market Traders Institute, everything we teach you is going to be based off of rules-based trading education and strategies. At any point in this market, at no point are we ever going to guess what this market's doing. At no point are you ever going to, off of a hunch, try to guess what the market is doing. It's going to be based off of trading rules we're going to teach you. And when you become a student here, you're going to learn that there are 3 questions that we want to answer before we even get into the market. Question number 1 is, which direction is the market going? We need to determine an educated opinion whether we believe the market's going up or whether the market is going down. Question number 2, we need to determine where and why to get in. And question number 3, where and why to get out. So I'm going to show you a couple strategies here of how we can develop an educated opinion to answer each one of these questions here. Which direction the market's going, where and why to get in, and where and why to get out. Now, very quickly here, to answer question number 1, you're going to learn a strategy that is called the trend line strategy. I'm going to demonstrate a tool for you right now called the trend line tool. So here's what I want each of you to do. When you download this chart onto your computer today, come up here to the line tools, click on trend line, and we're going to teach you how to properly draw a trend line just like this. Now, what you're going to learn is that we have found is that the market tends to move in a wave-like pattern. When the market is below this trend line, we're going to be looking for it to be waving downward, making lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs just like this. When the market is waving downward, making lower lows and lower highs, we refer to that as the sell zone. What that means is I'm going to be looking to take selling positions in the market as it is going down. Then when the market starts going sideways, the market starts going a little bit sideways, then it begins to rally up. It begins to rally up, and it starts making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, as it breaks above that trend line and continues to rally up, making higher highs and higher lows. What that has just done right there, it has broken into the buy zone. What that's telling me now is to start looking for buying opportunities in the market. So the trend line tool is going to help to take some of the fear out of the market, because when the market breaks up into the buy zone here, I've now developed an educated opinion to start looking for the market to go up. So I'm now looking for buying opportunities in the market. So that's the neat thing about it. It helps take some of the fear out of the market. When you're below the trend line, you're in the sell zone. Above, you're in the buy zone. Now, I just very quickly came in here, drew some trend lines. One of the things you're going to learn is that built into our charting platform, we have some custom features. These are exclusive to our charting software. We have these that we're called smart tools. So here's what I want each of you to do. While you're learning how to properly draw a trend line, come up here to our smart tools. This is our exclusive tool called the Smart Trend Line tool. Click on that. Come up here to the beginning of this downtrend and watch that. Bam. The Smart Trend Line tool is going to quickly, accurately, and automatically draw the trend line for you. So we're going to teach you and show you how to properly draw a trend line, but we'll also have these tools that are built into the charting software that help it make it a little bit quicker, help our students a little bit more quickly analyze the market just like that. So that's a very high level overview of how to determine market direction in the market. Just want to kind of give everybody an explanation of how that works here. So let me just come in here right now. That's how we're doing. So we're doing pretty decent on time. Let's come in right now. Let's back this up and get some white space here. And this is where Dale was touching on here in his webinar. But let me explain to you how we're going to answer questions number 2 and 3. To answer questions number 2 and 3, we utilize a strategy called the Fibonacci Stratagem. I'm going to demonstrate a tool for you called the Fibonacci tool. Now, obviously, if you've been in the webinar with Dale, you already have an idea of what Fibonacci's are. Now, we do them a little bit differently here at Market Traders Institute. So let me just quickly demonstrate and explain to you how we do our Fibonacci's here. Let me go ahead here. So as I just explained here a minute ago, that when we're looking for the market to move up, it's going to be moving in waves. It's going to be moving in a wave-like pattern. We've determined that the market tends to move in an A, B, C, D pattern. A, B, C, D pattern. Now we're going to teach you how to identify the A point and the B point. But when you've identified this A to B boundary, you come up here to the Fibonacci tools, click on the MTI Fibonacci tool. Now this is where ours is a little bit more different. This is a little bit different than other Fibonacci tools, because what we've done is we've combined the retracements with the extensions, but also what we've done is we've color coordinated the extensions to the retracements to the extensions, like a buddy system. So let me just quickly explain to you before we go back into the market. I know Dale probably talked a lot about this here, but let me just quickly explain what we're looking for the market to do. What we have found out is that in between the A and B boundary, there's a high probability that the market's going to pull back and retrace. We're going to look for the market to pull back. In fact, let me just make this a little bit more shallow right there. We're going to look for the market to pull back and form this U-turn. This U-turn is going to be our C point. I'm going to show you a strategy of how we're going to determine the U-turn here in just a minute. We're then going to look for the market to U-turn and go up. So we're then going to look for a buying opportunity after the U-turn. And then we're going to look for the market to extend upward after it U-turns. Now here's where our Fibonacci's work. This is how it works. Let's say the market were to pull back and U-turn in the red retracement zone. And this red retracement zone forms that C point. What we've done is we've color coordinated these retracement lines to the red extension, like a buddy system, red goes to red. So we're then going to look for this D point up here. That's where that's going to be set at to be our exit from this trade. It's where we're set our limit in our broker's platform to take profit. So like a buddy system, red goes to red, just like that. Now, I think Dale did a good explanation as far as explaining this here. We'll go into much greater detail explaining how Fibonacci's work. Basically, they're hidden levels of support and resistance for my more experienced people here that want a little bit more information, but we'll teach you about that as well. Now, let's just say the market were to come down here, oops, and U-turn, oops, hold on. It U-turns in the blue retracement zone, between the blue and the green line. That's the blue retracement zone right here. And we find an opportunity to buy into the market after the U-turn. What that's telling me right there, Dave, Susie, Robert, Alex, Carl, to hold my position, set my limit at the blue extension. So like a buddy system, blue goes to blue. Makes it very easy to understand. Now, I'm willing to bet most of you can probably guess this next one down here. Let's say the market would have come down here into the green retracement zone and U-turn between the green and black line. If it forms that U-turn, that C point in the green retracement zone, and we find an opportunity to buy into the market after the U-turn, we're going to look to exit our trade at the green extension. Like a buddy system, green goes to green just like that. Now, I know it pretty quickly. I know David already talked a lot about this here. So I kind of give you a very basic overview explaining how this works, show you how our tools are a little bit differently here. But what I want to do now is let's go back into the market. And let me explain to you how we actually apply this in the actual market, show you how we find the U-turns in the market, show you how we use our Fibonacci tool in the market, show you how we find entries. And then I'm going to show you how we can automate all this. That's another thing that separates us, because we have what's called the Smart Fibonacci tool, where we can actually automate this. So the Smart Fibonacci tool will automatically find your A's and B's, draw your Fibonacci's for you here. So let's quickly go in right now. I see we're still doing pretty good on time. Great. Now, if we have time, I'm actually going to show you a couple trade opportunities that we're looking at. So I've come into the actual market right now, and I've identified. We're going to teach you and show you how to identify your A point, which is going to be right here, and your B point, which is right there. And when we identify the A and B point, that A to B boundary, I come in here with my Fibonacci tool, come up here, Fibonacci tool, MTI Fibonacci tool, spread it from the A point to the B point just like that. Now, in between the A and B boundary, we have the colored retracement lines. Watch what ends up happening in between the A and B boundary. The market begins to pull back, and begins to wave back. Now, it waves back to the top of my red retracement zone. This is going to be important here in just a minute. This is something you're going to learn why that's important. But then the market gives me this candlestick right here. Robert, do you know what candlestick this is? This is called, I'll give Robert a see here. Robert seems like he's pretty smart in this market here. But what this candlestick right here is telling me, Dave, Susie, Liz, Carl, Frank, this is a candlestick formation, giving me educated opinion to look for the market to U-turn and go upward. The market direction change here. Go up in a bullish direction here. So yeah, nobody actually got this here. This is called a piercing line candlestick formation. I'll show you how we can confirm that here in just a second. So we now have determined, we now have an educated opinion that we believe the market's going to U-turn and go up. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to buy into the market right here at the close of that candlestick, right here. There's going to be my entry right there. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering, well, how do we know that that's a candlestick formation? Well, we're going to teach you how to identify these candlestick formations. I promise you, you will become a subject matter expert on them. But built into our charting platform, if you come up here to candlestick tools, we want a confirmation that that is, in fact, a piercing line. Watch this. I click on it. Candlestick turns green, giving me reassurance that that is, in fact, a piercing line candlestick formation, giving me a reassurance to look for the market to U-turn and go up. Now, some of my people here might be saying, well, what about this one right here? Why didn't we do anything on that one? We are going to look. You're going to learn. We are going to look for the market to pull back to at least this top red retracement level before we take action. So we would ignore this one right here, but we would take action off of that one right there. Just want to give a little bit more of an explanation on that right there. So we have our entry into the market right here, believing the market's going to U-turn and go up. At this point right here, my C point, we believe this is going to be the U-turn in the market. So we come in here and we draw my line across. So can everybody clearly see that my C point right here is clearly in the red retracement zone? So what that is telling me, a shock, Dave, Susie, Robert, Alex, Carl, I'm going to look for my D point, my exit from this trade, where I'm going to set my limit right here. Right there. That's where I'm going to set my limit in my broker's platform to automatically be taken out for profit. I'm going to draw a line so everybody can see that. Oops. Draw a line right there. So watch what ends up happening here. We buy into the market believing it's going to U-turn. Because our C point's in the red retracement zone, we're going to look to exit our trade at the red extension. So we buy into the market, and the market U-turns right off that candlestick formation. And it begins to rally up, making higher highs and higher lows, as it eventually rallies up right there to our limit. Now, when the market rallies up to our limit, we are automatically taken out of this trade for profit in our broker's platform. So if I click on my ruler tool and I measure from where we would have bought into the market to where we exit this trade, the ruler tool in the upper left-hand corner of the screen is going to give me the full trade information on this trade. As you can see, this trade here was in 2 days. And next to where it says range, we would have it says pips. We would have captured 154 pips on this trade. So let me just go ahead and type that out here. Plus 154 pips. And that was in two days of trading. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, well, that's all great and everything. We capture some pips. Let me explain to you that in the Forex market, you can only win or lose pips in the actual market. To actually show how we make money in the Forex market, let me go ahead and let me show you another key reason why to trade the Forex market. This is because of leverage. What's going to happen is that your broker is going to provide you with leverage. This is huge because this is how we actually make the money in the Forex market. Another key reason why I focus on the Forex market, because leverage is going to give us more buying power in this market. As I mentioned, the leverage is going to be provided to you by your broker. It's going to allow you to place the trade and generate a leverage return on the pips that you're capturing. Now, here in the United States, if you're a US-based trader, you're trading at a 50-to-1 leverage. Everybody outside the United States, it could be 100-to-1, it could be 400-to-1. Ask your broker, they'll be able to tell you. But here in the United States, we trade at a 50-to-1 leverage. All that's going to simply mean is that if we invest $20 into a trade, because of this 50-to-1 leverage, our trade's going to act like it's $1,000. Now, if you're all brand new to this, write this down very quickly here, because in this market, we trade in units. These units are called lots. As I'm going through the webinar, I'm referring to lot sizes. We have what are called micro lots, we have what are called mini lots, and we have what are called standard lots. Now, very quickly here, your cost to get involved in a micro lot position, it's only about a $20 investment from your trading account. Your cost to get involved in a mini lot position is only about a $200 investment from your trading account. And your cost to get involved in a standard lot position is only about a $2,000 investment from your trading account. Your broker is going to borrow this investment side. So it's going to allow you to place the trade and generate a leveraged return on the pips that you capture. Now, you can only win or lose pips in the market, just like I said. So what we need to do now is we need to assign a value to those pips based on the trading account size you're trading at. So if you're trading at a micro lot account size, each pip you capture is going to be worth about 10 cents. If you're trading at a mini lot account size, each pip you capture is going to be worth about $1. If you're trading at a standard lot account size, a standard lot, that is the standard by which most traders strive to achieve in this market. So I'm going to be utilizing standard lots as we're going through the webinar here today. But at a standard lot account size, each pip is going to be worth about $10 per pip. So if everybody has at least a basic understanding of this, if everybody has this written down, let's go back into this trade right here. Let me explain to you what we would have generated on this here. So if we were trading at a standard lot account size at $10 per pip, your $2,000 investment, we've just generated a $1,540 profit off that trade right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna come in right now, I'm gonna set up another trade example, walk you through and show you how we repeat this here. But let me get some feedback from those of you in the room right now. Robert, I'm extremely interested to hear back from you. I'm gonna set this up the next trade right here, but let me get some feedback from everybody. How many of you right now in your current financial situation, whether it's your full-time job or whether it's your current trading situation, how many of you right now are generating these type of returns? Type a Y or yes if you're generating these type of returns, or an N or no. Let me see, let me break this down and see if these are the type of results you're looking for here as a Forex trader here. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up my charts. Yeah, I'm getting a couple of people here typing in no, a couple no's here. Now I did get one person typing in yes. Let me explain to you that you can actually invest multiple standard lots in this market here. So if we had invested 2 standard lots, we actually would have generated over $3,000 on this trade. So your trades and your profits can go up exponentially depending on how many standard lots you invest into the trades right there. So what I'm gonna do right now is let me clean this all up. Let's delete all this right here. And let me show you how we set up the next trade. Does everybody see here how the market has rallied up to this point right here? This point here is going to be my new B. It's called a proper high. You're going to learn how to identify these. So there's my new B. And then my C point down here. In fact, let's delete the previous Fibonacci's that are no longer valid. My C point now becomes my new A. So what I've done is I've now just identified my new A and B point right here. Whoever just asked the question right there, I'm going to answer your question here in just a minute. Now, I've identified my new A point and my B point. So what we do is we come in here, just like we did on that previous trade. I'm going to spread my Fibonacci tool from the A to the B, just like that. Now watch what ends up happening. Once again, you're going to see a repeating process here. In between the A and B boundary, the market pulls back, in between the A and B boundary, pulls back into the red retracement zone, and then right here, it gives me this candlestick formation right here. Robert, do you know what candlestick formation this is right here? This candlestick formation right here from my brand new people. This is letting me know, it's giving me an educated opinion to look for the market to U-turn, change direction, and go upward. This is a bullish candlestick formation right here. So what this is telling me, Susie, Liz, Dave, Dorothy, Michael, Warren, look for the market to U-turn and go upward in a bullish movement. So we are going to buy into the market right there. We're buying into the market right here at the close of that candlestick. There's going to be my entry to buy into the market right there. Now, I didn't hear anything back from Robert, so I'll just tell everybody no. This candlestick formation right here is called an engulfing bullish candlestick. You're going to learn how to identify these. But once again, if we were to come into our charting software here, if I click on bullish engulfing, watch what ends up happening. Candlestick turns green, giving me reassurance that that is in fact an engulfing bullish candlestick, letting me know to look for the market to U-turn and go up. Great job on that, Robert, right there. Now, what I'm going to do right now is we're going to identify this as being my C point right here. There's my C point. And most, if not all of you in the room already know that if my C point, in fact, let me draw a line over here. If my C is in the red retracement zone right there, if I can make that, there we go. If my C point's in the red retracement zone, that's going to let me know to look to exit this trade up here. There's my D, there's my exit. There's going to be my limit right there. Just like what we did on the previous trade. Right there. So red goes to red. We make this very easy to understand. Now, Carl just asked about the different colored Fibonacci's. Yeah, Carl, this is something that we will teach you and show you how to do. This is something that's built into our charting platform. We'll teach you and show you how to color coordinate the retracements and the extensions just like that. I promise you that. Now, whoever answered the question, just asked the question about a stop loss. I was actually just getting ready to talk about that right here. Now, just as our limit is going to take us out of this trade for profit automatically in our broker's platform, we, as I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, we're going to teach you about proper risk management. We're going to teach you about proper equity management here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you right now how we're going to protect ourselves on this trade. We are going to set ourselves a stop loss on this trade. And we're going to teach you and show you how to set a stop loss right down here, right below this U-turn right here. We'll teach you and show you how to do this here. Now, for those of you brand new, a stop loss is going to protect us to make sure that we are not risking our full trading account on here. It's going to protect us, put a floor on this trade. We're going to limit our risk. So on this trade right here, if we set our stop loss right there, we are risking about 87 pips. We are going after about 205. So it's a little bit less than a 3-to-1 risk ratio. You'll determine what your risk ratio is based on your trading account, based on what you're going to learn when you're going through here. But this isn't too bad of a trade right here. Just whoever asked that right there, there's going to be our stop loss here. So how are we doing on time? Okay, we're doing pretty decent on time right now. Let me get some feedback from everybody. We're going to buy into the market right here on this U-turn, believing the market's going to go upward. Our C point's in the red retracement zone, letting me know to set my limit up here at the red extension. Like a buddy system, red goes to red. Our stop loss is set here to protect us on here. And just like Robert just said here, we have a little bit less than a 3-to-1 risk ratio. So we're actually looking pretty good on this trade. So let me get some feedback from everybody. Does this look like a well thought out trade? Does this look like we are using rules-based trading education strategy? We're using technology to help these charts become more visual and to help us successfully trade in this market. So watch what ends up happening. We buy into the market U-turns right off that candlestick formation, right? U-turns right off the candlestick formation, begins to rally up, and it quickly rallies up to our limit right about there. Bam, rallies up to my limit. We're now out of the trade. It gives me a new proper high right there. So on this trade right here, if we bought into the market on that U-turn and we exit at our limit, in the upper left-hand corner, you see on this trade, it took about 5 days. We captured 203 pips. So plus 203 pips. That was in 5 days of trading. You're trading at a standard lot account size. You just generated $2,030 in profit off that one right there. So far on this upswing right now, we've placed 2 trades. We're up about 350 pips. We'd be up about $3,500 or so just off this right here. Are you guys starting to see now why people are trading in the Forex market? Why people are loving to trade in this market? How easily using these tools helps you analyze the market. So what I'm gonna do right now, okay, we're still looking pretty decent on time. I still got about a couple more minutes here. Let me start deleting this right now. But let me ask this as I'm setting up this next trade right here. Have I shown you guys anything so far that this is something that you wouldn't be able to learn to do? If we were to teach you and show you how to do this, give you these tools, do you think you'd be able to learn how to do this? You think you enjoy learning how to do this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you today how you can actually start learning how to do this today. Start following the trades of a 30-year market veteran, learn how to do this as well. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set up the next trade. This point right here just became my new B point. There's my new B. We delete the previous Fibonacci's, and my C point becomes my new A. There's my new A point right there. So we're going to do the exact same thing as what we did on that previous trade. I come up here, click on the Fibonacci tool, spread the Fibonacci tool from the A to the B. I'm going to make this nice and big so everybody can see this here. Let's zoom in here. Oops, hold on. Zoom in here. Now, here's one with some feedback from everybody. I'm willing to bet that most, if not all of you in the room right now can probably tell me when my next entry is going to be on this trade right here. So I'm going to advance this candlestick by candlestick. When you see an opportunity to buy into the market, when you see an entry in this market, quickly go into the questions box, type in now, type in buy. Let me know if you see something here. So I'm going to go candlestick by candlestick, and you see in between the A and B boundary, the market pulls back into the red retracement zone. So we're looking pretty good so far. Continues to pull back into the red retracement zone. Now, does anybody see anything? Is there anything visual on this chart right here that's giving you any sort of indication of whether we should buy? Yeah, Liz says now. Carl says now. Nick says now. Michael says now. Yep. Bunch of you right now are seeing that right there. Green candlestick. We're going to buy right there. There's my entry right there. Why? Sign language of the market. Peter got that. Joshua got it. Anthony got it. Yeah. Sign language of the market. Educated opinion to look for the market to U-turn and go upward. So we're going to buy right there. There's my entry into this trade right there. There's where we're going to buy. Now, my C point is right here. There's going to be my C right there. And you can clearly see that my C point is in the red retracement zone. There's right there in the red retracement zone, letting me know to look for my D point right there, which is going to be my limit right there. Like a buddy system, red goes to red, just like that. Yeah, a couple of you are asking about these Fibonacci's. Once again, this is part of our charting software. When you get these charts downloaded on the computer here today, we're going to show you how to use some of these smart tools, show you how to use these Fibonacci tools just like that. Now, how many of you feel pretty confident that this market's going to U-turn and go up? What's ends up happening here? Right off that candlestick formation, the market U-turns. Not only does it U-turn, it quickly U-turns, rallies up right off that candlestick formation, and then right there, bam, rallies up to my limit. We are now out of this trade right there. So if I measure from where we would have bought into the market to where we would have exited on this trade, that's 241 pips. Plus 241 pips. That was in about 5 days of trading. So you just generated another $2,410 of profit off of that one right there. So let me just go ahead right now. I'm now going to bring this to the actual live market. I'm going to bring this to live market here. I'm going to show you a tool now that does all of this automatically. I just showed you the manual way of how we're going to teach you how to analyze the market using these Fibonacci's just like this here. But let me clean up my charts right now. Let me delete all this here. Now let's start adding this up. And let's see if these are the type of results you're looking for as a Forex trader. Let me explain to you the type of results our students are getting here in this market. I'm going to, oops, let me clean this all up. There we go. Turn that off. There we go. So on these 3 trades so far, this is over the course of about 3 weeks actually, we captured, in fact, let me pull up my calculator. Let me see if I find my calculator here. We captured 154 pips, plus 203 pips, plus 241. So over these 3 trades, we captured 598 pips. So plus 598 pips. And that was over the course of about 3 weeks. We'll say in 3 weeks, 3 weeks time. So if you're trading a standard lot account size, you just generated about $5,980 in profit. Now, one of the things I want to explain to everybody is that this is just, oh, hold on, profit. This is only off of one currency pair and one time frame. We are going to teach you and show you how you can do this on every currency pair and every time frame here. So very quickly here, let me get some feedback from everybody. I'm going to show you the automated tool here in just a second. But are these the type of results you're looking for as a Forex trader? Would this help you these tools, this education, will this help you in your current trading situation? Will this help you in your financial situation if you were to repeat this over and over again? Because if you were to repeat this over and over again, my friends, let's just say you just captured 598 pips in 3 weeks. Let's just say you did that for the month. If you were to multiply that by 12 months, in 1 year, you just generated, let's see here, times 10 times 12. You just generated almost $72,000 in profit off of one currency pair, one time frame. Now, I just showed you here 598 pips. I'm going to show you here in a couple of minutes students that are capturing 5,000 pips in a week. I'm going to show you students that last year captured 50,000 pips. I'm going to show you a student here that actually to this year to date has already captured 50,000 pips. But what I want to do right now is let me show you some of the automation that's part of this right here. Here's what I want each of you to do. When you get this downloaded on your computer today, I'm going to demonstrate a tool for you right now called the Smart Fibonacci tool. This is exclusive to our charting software. I want each of you, when you get the charts downloaded, come up here to the Smart Tools, click on the Smart Fibonacci tool, come down here to the beginning of this uptrend, and then watch this. 1, 2, 3, bam. The Smart Fibonacci tool is going to quickly, accurately, and automatically draw those Fibonacci's for you. So you could trade this A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D the whole way up if you wanted to, but the Smart Fibonacci tool is going to automatically find those A's and B's for you, make it easier to get in here. So if we bring this to the current live market, you're going to see, here's my current A, and here's my current B. Right there. There's my current A and B. Now, I don't have time to show you how to set this trade up, my friends, but this one right here, if I were looking for this right here, it's one of the things you're going to learn is that we would look for the market. If it does not pull back to the top red retracement level, look for it to come up to the green or blue extension, and then pull back. And right now I've done some analysis. I'm looking for this to pull back down right around here. I'm then gonna look for it to U-turn and come up. I'm not gonna tell you in the webinar here today, but we'll give you access to our analysts that'll explain to you why we were looking for this to happen. And then we're gonna look for the market to U-turn. I'm gonna buy into the market right after that. My C point is gonna be down here in the red retracement zone. My D is gonna be up here. Right there. So this trade opportunity right here that I'm showing you, if this pans out, is a potential 588 pip opportunity, plus 588 pips. Now, I don't have time to explain why I'm looking at this here, but when you become a student today, you're going to get access to our Analyst on Demand. It's our online trading room, meaning that today when you become a student, you can log in, speak to one of our analysts, and if this pays out, my friends, this right here is an opportunity, a potential $5,880 potential trade opportunity. This would more than pay for this entire program that I'm showing you right now on this trade right there. If you're interested in that, my friends, if you're interested in getting access into our online trading room, go into your questions box right now, type a good phone number. We'll show you how after the webinar how we can do that here. So it looks like I still have a little bit of time left here. I just showed you here, took you behind the scenes, kind of showed you how we're going to teach you how to analyze this market. I showed you some of the smart tools that are going to help make this more easy to trade this market here. But here's what we're going to do. When you become a student here, this is only for today. That's why it's perfect to be in this webinar here today. For the next 3 months till the end of the year, to help you get a return on your investment, to help you earn while you're learning how to do this, we're going to give you access to the FX Chief, the FX Chief's trading room. What that means is that each and every Friday, starting today, you're going to be trading live with a 30-year market veteran. Now, I don't have enough time to go really into this, my friends, but I'm going to show you a little bit more here, explaining to you here. But for the last 3 months, he's been showing over 1,200 pips of opportunity in his live trading room here. He's going to go and analyze the market in front of you. He's going to analyze the market in front of you, all 21 currency pairs, and then he's going to let you know on a document. He's going to give you this document, give you access to the document right here, letting you know whether we're going to look for a buy next week on this one, look for a sell on this one, whether they're going to stay out. He's going to analyze each one of the 21 currency pairs, let you know what he's looking at for the upcoming week. Now, let me just quickly explain to you here. This is a screenshot from about 2-3 weeks ago. He explained to look to buy the US dollar, Japanese yen. It was in that push zone. We were looking for a buying opportunity. So if you've been in my webinars, you would know that on the US dollar, Japanese yen, if we were to look at the analysis on this here, if we were to quickly come in here and do the same analysis like I showed you, the market has broken above the counter trend line. about this trend line, letting me know that we are in a buying position. We're in higher highs and higher lows. If I draw my smart Fibonacci tool, watch this. If we come down here at the beginning of the upswing right there, bam. Does everybody see there? A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. This is the current A, B right here. So right here, there's my current A, there's my current B. The market pulls back, continues to pull back into the red retracement zone. Does everybody see right there? Green candlestick formation, U-turn, market rallies up. So you unfortunately missed out on this one. If you were in my webinars, if you'd gotten into the Chiefs trading room, you would be up about 288 pips. So you've missed out on 288 pips. So you missed out on about $2,880 off of an opportunity that the Chiefs showed a couple weeks ago. However, let's see here. We're good on time here. Let me ask you this. How many of you would like for me to show you another current trade opportunity that's setting up right now, that if you were to get into the Chiefs trading room, that he could potentially set up for you? Type a Y or yes if that's something of interest of you. If not, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you the pivot point prediction. We'll bring on the next presenter here. Let's go ahead. Let's get some feedback here. Liz says yes. Anthony says yes. Jack says yes here. Yeah, because ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you here a couple of trade opportunities to help you pay for this entire program here. So I got enough of you here. You know what? Liz, Jennifer, Nicholas, Michael, you guys, you've been working with me here. Angela, this is for you guys here. So here's what I want each of you to do. I want you to write this one down right here. This is the Great British Pound, US dollar on the daily time frame. Now, if you can clearly see here, the market has broken above the trend line. We're making higher highs and higher lows. We're looking for a buying opportunity. If I come in here, if I draw my Fibonacci's, watch this. Some of you in the room have never even used Fibonacci's. You can use our smart Fibonacci tool. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Bam. You have your current A to B boundary set up. Now, the market is pulling back into the red retracement zone. At this point right now, I'm maybe looking for my C point here. We'll just assume it's going to be in the red retracement zone right here. I'm now next going to look for that green candlestick, that U-turn in the market. So this is going to be my potential buy opportunity right here. So it's not set up yet. It's not set up here, but when you get into the Chiefs trading room, if he sees this line up, he'll be able to place this trade for you here. Now this, based off of this right here, this is setting up to be a potential 530 pip opportunity. So plus 530 pips. So that's a 5,300 potential trade opportunity here. Now to take advantage of this here, we're going to give you 3 months access for free to the FX Chiefs trading room. Meaning that if these kind of trades pan out like this, you're going to have a 30-year market veteran walking you through, helping you set this up. If you have any interest in something this, like my friends, this is only for today. This is the last day we're doing it. We're going to give you 3 months of access to actually trade live with the FX Chief. If you haven't typed your phone number in yet, you owe it to yourself. If you want this information, type your phone number and put the word Chief next to it. I have an education specialist standing by. They'll write down your number. We'll contact you after the webinar, show you how you can start getting a return on your investment right out of the gate. Trading live with a 30-year market veteran who's been averaging, showing our students 1,200 pips each and every week here. So yeah, a couple of you typing your phone numbers in. Michael, I got you down. Carl, Warren, stand by after the webinar. We'll do that here. Now I have about 10 minutes left. What I want to do right now is I'm going to show you a huge opportunity that we have going on right now. I want to show you why you want to be in that live webinar coming up on Tuesday. We have a live webinar coming up on Tuesday, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Write this down. Josh Martinez, one of our lead analysts, he's going to be in a live webinar setting breaking down our Euro pivot point prediction. Now, we have 2 different currency pairs that are part of this prediction. We are going to be showing our students 6,000 pips of opportunity in this prediction. Now, I have a couple more minutes left here. Let me just quickly pull back up my charts here. Let me explain to you why you want to be in that live session here. Let's go back in right now. Right here. Now, I want everybody to write this one down right here. This is the Euro Canadian dollar. This is one of the 2 currency pairs that are part of that Euro pivot prediction. Josh is going to give you access to the other one. He's going to give you the full analysis on the other one on Tuesday. Now, my more experienced traders, I think, Robert, you'd probably appreciate this here. Most of my experienced traders can see that every time the market comes up to the green line, it drops down to the green line. It comes up to the green line, drops down to the green line. Comes up to the green line, drops down to the green line. Robert probably already knows this. This is called channeling. On this time frame here, the market is channeling in between these green lines. This is why this is a huge opportunity going on right now. Can everybody see here that now the market has rallied up to this green line right there? We are looking for it to drop back down to this green line right here. Now this trade opportunity right here, this currency pair, over the last several years has already shown 14,000 pips. It's already been over $140,000. We still have. It's already moved down a couple hundred pips. You've missed out on this, but Tuesday is going to be our last opportunity to trade along with this prediction here. We're still looking at 4,400 pips off of this one. We're still looking at 2,000 pips off the other one here. So what I want to do is let me go ahead. Let me offer this to each of you one more time here. And I'll explain to you how you can get access to this full education here today. If you want the information of how you can be in that live webinar on Tuesday and you haven't already done so, go into the questions box, type a good phone number. We'll reach out to you after the webinar, put the word pivot next to it. That's going to let my education specialist know you're interested in getting into that live webinar. This is what we call a home run opportunity. This only happens a couple years. We know what we're doing here. We know how to generate profits for our students. Let us help you earn while you learn. Get into these live webinars, earn while you're learning how to do this here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about return on investment. We're here to help you see success in this market. Take you by the hand, teach you and show you the same results that these students are getting right here. We have students here like Rick. He says, thank you, MTI and MTI community. He hit a milestone. He ended up getting 100% gain in his trading account. You have students here like Greg on the Euro Australian dollar. He actually captured 1,400 pips. Now, we also have students here like Adnan. Adnan right here says good year overall. He finished up 2017 capturing over 50,000 pips. Now, that was last year. Some of you might be saying, well, William, that's last year. Let me show you a student right now that last week posted this on his social media. Oliver right here is up 49,000 pips year to date. He's winning 89% of his trades. Each one of these students has gone through the same program that I showed you right here. They've all gotten the same education. They've got the same tools. These are the type of results they're getting right here. In fact, so far this year in 2018, our students in real money trading accounts, they have captured over 1.4 million pips in real money trading accounts. I want you to write this down. Our goal for 2018 is for our students to capture over 5 million pips. Some of you might be wondering, well, how are we going to do that? There are only 3 months left in the year. Well, these 3 months coming up right now, October, November, and December, they are the biggest trading months in the Forex market. That's how we're doing, my friends. That's how we're going to help you get a part of these 5 million pips, help you get a return on your investment. And everything I showed you here today is possible by following MTI's proven process. We've been doing this out for 24 years. We know how to teach our students how to be successful in this market. We know how to develop profitable traders in the market here. So I see some of my serious people here. Angela, I got you down. Liz, I got you down. Dominic, Paul. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, everything I showed you here today is included as part of this program. What we've done is we've taken all this here, the full education, the trading software, all this here today. It's all part of our bundled program called the Ultimate Traders Package. This is an education program where we're going to take you by the hand, teach you and show you how to trade this market. We're going to support you as you're going along. Plus, we're going to teach you how to use these tools to successfully trade the market just like these students right here. So let me just quickly walk you through each one of these phases right here. Each one of you that's starting here today is going to get access to this today. We're going to allow you to take this program for a test drive for the next 60 days absolutely risk-free. So you're going to have the reassurance that if you don't get the results you're looking for here, my friends, that you're going to get every single penny that you invest into the program here. So let me just quickly walk you through here. Phase number 1, when you become a student, you're going to get access to the next 2-day Wealth and Freedom Live event here. Now, we have one going on today and yesterday. I can get you the recording from that one, but we have another one coming up on next Thursday. But I want you to think about this. Think about how much you've learned from me in the last hour or so. Imagine what you're going to learn when you have a live professional analyst walking you through, showing you how to trade this market here, showing you all the different strategies, showing you all the nuances of the software. You can come here to Central Florida and trade this, learn how to do this, or we'll broadcast it to you over the internet. It's your call, but when you become a student, you have unlimited access. Come back, take these classes many times as you want to. Now, phase number 2 is going to give you access to the online university. I don't have a lot of time to talk about this here, my friends, but when you sign up today, you're going to get a user ID and a password. You'll be able to log into our online university, start going through all the online sessions here. Phase number 3, hold on one second. There we go. Now, phase number 3 is going to be giving you access to the charting software. You get access to that charting software I just showed you, plus you're also going to get access to the web-based charting platform as well. The education specialists will go over that as well. Phase number 4 is probably the most important aspect of this program. It's the mentorship. You're going to have the FX chief himself, a 30-year market veteran. When you come aboard today, he's going to be the first person welcoming you in the door. You actually get live sessions with him. He's also going to show you, make sure you understand the psychological side of trading. And as I just explained, this is only for today. The last day we're doing this. From now till the end of the year, you'll also get access to his personal trading room. I'll explain that here in just a minute. And you're going to get world-class support as you're going along. Each and every day, you're going to be in live webinars. We're going to be showing you trades, building workspaces for you. Ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is simply follow along with what we teach you. And as I just mentioned here, we stand by what we say here. We're going to give you 60 days to take this for a test drive in writing. Ask your education specialist to go over all the details of this. Now, some of you just asked, how much does all this cost? If you look at the market value of this program, break it all down, it's valued at well over $14,000. When you factor in the employees we have here, all the different aspects here, the analysts you get access to, all this information is valued well over $14,000. I think most of you in the webinar today probably agree that's nothing compared to the potential in this market. It's nothing compared to what our students are making in this market. But the best thing about this webinar here today is that you don't have to invest $14,000 in the program. Because what we've done is, as I just mentioned, we bundled all this together onto our website. We created a retail product. At any point, you can go onto our website and you can make a one-time payment of $7,995, and you would become a student. But you wouldn't get all the special bonuses, the special promotion I'm giving you here today. Here's what we're going to do. We only have about 3 minutes left. We believe in this prediction webinar we got going on. We believe in the fact that you'll be trading with the trading live with the chief. We believe in that prediction. We believe so much that you're going to get a return on your investment. Here's what we're going to do. As for investor inspiration here today, we're going to credit the time you spend here today. We're going to give you $3,000 off the online price. This is only for today. It's only for this webinar. We're just extending this just for investor inspiration here today. We're going to have the reassurance that you're going to save $3,000. Now, I only have about 3 minutes left before we bring on the next presenter. Before we even start talking about investing in this program, what I want each of you to do, if you've seen enough in this webinar here today to make the decision that you want to learn how to do this, just go into the questions box, just type the word ready. That's to let my education specialist know you're interested in having a conversation. We'll go over all the details of this program, so let me know who my serious people are. Before you even make a single penny investment in the program, we'll talk about everything you need to know about the program, let you know everything you need to help get you started, get you set up for that orientation. Now, as a special bonus, we're also going to include the next 3 months, you get to trade live with the FX chief. So think about this, my friends, between those trades I just showed you here, those 500 pip trades, the Euro pivot prediction here, do you think that if you actually trade with a 30-year market veteran, you'd be able to develop a return on your investment over the next 2 months? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you access to that. And you're also going to be in that live webinar on Tuesday, where we're going to be showing you live 2 different currency pairs going after 6,000 pips here. So here's what we're going to do. I have about 1 more minute left. See a couple of you typing in ready. I got Nicholas says he's ready. Thomas says he's ready. I got Dominic says he's ready. Angela, I got you down as well. Angela, I know you well. Liz, are you ready to go? Let me know if you are. I know you've been very interactive throughout this webinar as well. Anybody else that wants that information, simply type in the word ready. We'll give you that information after the webinar here. But we also have 2 different ways of investing in the program. Option A is a one-time payment. Option B is a payment plan. My education specialist will go over that. And it doesn't matter whether it's option A or option B, you're going to have the reassurance that you get 60 days to take this for a test drive risk-free. We put that in writing. If you don't get the results you're looking for, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you every single penny invested into the program here. So ladies and gentlemen, all these students here have gone through the same program, but I'm going to make this even better for each of you. This is only for the webinar here today. I'm about to get off here in about 30 seconds. I want Angela, Liz, those of you interacting here today, write this phone number down, 407-585-2417. If you want to save yourself an additional $1,000 right now, this is only for today, only for this webinar. Pick up the phone, give us a phone call. We're going to save you $1,000 off the cost of the program here.